Welcome to the Writer's Way podcast, where stories unfold, creativity thrives, and authors share their journeys. We have an extraordinary episode for you today, hosted by Mia Thompson. Our special guest is Dr. James Edward Waldrop Sr., author of A Wasted Life. Together, we'll uncover the inspiration behind his work, his creative process, and the impactful themes woven into his book. So let's embark on another captivating chapter of the Writer's Way podcast.
This is Mia Thompson from Writer's Way Solutions. I have here Dr. James Edward Waldrop Sr., the author of the book A Wasted Life. So first, Dr. James, I'd like to know what inspired you to write A Wasted Life, and was there a personal experience or event that sparked the creation of this book?
Yes, to our brothers, that's what this whole book is all about, and he got in some serious trouble, and so I was inspired to try to find out what happened.
So the title itself is quite impactful. Now, what does A Wasted Life represent, and how does it reflect the themes explored in your book?
It represents, like my brother, someone that started out with a good life, good home, and everything, and decided that he'd leave home too soon, and just got in. He left home at the age of 15 and got in all kinds of trouble, and then he had a good job where he was, but he just kept wanting more, and he wanted to see more of the world, and he went to a little country boy went to the big city, and he just got overtaken by the things in the world, and the money and drugs. He just got caught up in everything.
Okay. So, what message or takeaway do you hope readers gain after reading A Wasted Life?
Well, that's the whole key. It's gonna come. You spend all your time chasing dreams and money, and instead of trying to live your life right. And so you get out of this when you read the book. You see what happened to him, all the trouble he got in, and all the precious years he wasted, and from his family and friends, and so it's just you can spend your time wisely, or you just don't get in a hurry to enjoy your life. He missed a lot of his time growing up as a kid, but he wanted to get grown too soon and do his own thing. So that usually brings about trouble for anybody. And in the book it tell you about because you get in so much time, like a lot of his friends, they didn't get a chance to redeem themselves. A lot of them got killed and got caught up, and some of them still in prison. So that's what you call a good life being wasted.
Oh, yes. And also, there's really consequences of poor choices as well. So, what was the most challenging aspect of writing this book, and how did you overcome it?
The biggest challenge was, we got caught up in the thing with a lot of my father passed away first, and we couldn't locate him, and because he had gotten himself in so much trouble, even the police couldn't find him. So we just kind of had a problem trying to locate him when we needed to, get in touch with family, and we lost connection with him. We lost a lot of connection with him, and this happened to a lot of people's lives. Some people still don't know what happened to their loved one, but they've never been found.
Okay. Now, Doctor, A Wasted Life explores deep themes of regret and redemption. Now, how did you approach writing about these emotions, and why are they so central to the story?
Well, basically, it's all what really makes this thing so inspiring, that it is actually not a fairy tale, and he was just lost, and we didn't into the system, and he found himself out there in the middle of the streets, no family. He couldn't call upon the family because he was a wanted man at the time. And so we're trying to keep other kids from going that way. A lot of things they see and they won't. It just take your time and live your life right, and get a good education, and don't rush into trying to make stuff happen for you.
Oh, yes, exactly. Now, in your opinion, what makes a life wasted, and how can individuals move beyond this perception?
Okay, yeah, well, basically, it's wasted when you get into the system like that. It becoming caught up in a lot of unwanted things that drugs and alcohol and addiction, and then you may find yourself locked up in prison, and then you have time to think about it. You should have just listened to your parents and did right, but a lot of kids now going to do the same thing. They think their parents are wrong, trying to teach them some rules and regulations, make them because they don't want to do right, don't want to go to school. And so it's a problem that's still ongoing.
Yes, well, surely that the readers, especially young people, can learn from the mistakes of others and, avoid going down a similar destructive path as well. So, how do you balance portraying difficult, painful topics while still offering a sense of hope and or resolution for the reader?
Well, for me, it's easy because I have now the opportunity to talk to him, and he can also tell his story because he survived all this trouble, and going through all this trouble that he went down. He was one of the one that actually survived after going through such a rough life. And when you have somebody that talk to kids that's actually been in the street, eating out of garbage can, being wanted by the FBI and looking for by the mob and the drug, he had to go hide out. You don't have nowhere to go but abandon yourself and live in the streets and hide out anywhere you can. And so then that's actually what makes the story all about. It's all true, and he lived all this stuff, the good and the bad. He had it good for a while when everything was going good, but he wanted more. He kept wanting more, and that greed would get.
So, are there any particular philosophical or psychological influences that help shape the themes in Wasted Life?
Yeah, well, when I tell the kids now, even at the school where I am, but don't take your time. Some of them, they got kids now still want to get out of school. They don't want to. They want that fast life. They want everything. Give them to them. You need to study and make sure you earn your way in life. Don't just try to go and have folks give you everything. Yeah, give you everything. Or some folks even go try to take what they want.
Yeah.
So, you can't live like that way. You're gonna come out to a bad end. And so the time you wait on your life. I teach kids you don't be in a hurry to live. Enjoy your childhood. Be a kid. Don't try to grow up. Don't try to grow up too quick because you see other folks doing it. Take your time and just live.
Yes. Well, exactly. And also, this generation right now, this kind of book, it would help young people avoid making the same mistakes,
Right.
Now, which character in the book do you relate to most and why?
Well, most I relate to the brother because he was telling me all this stuff that happened to him, and so we decided to put this in the book because it's actually what it's stuff we've seen on the TV as we were coming to those movies you see on TV, and most folks said that can't be real, and we found out it is real. This stuff actually is happening. When it comes to your house and it affects your family. Now you can understand how they put these movies together, But this one happened to be real life event.
Yes. Now, have you received any particular memorable feedback from readers, and how have they responded to the themes of regret and personal growth in the book?
Yeah, he's actually received. It's a couple of children up there, young kids that my brothers talked to, and they he gave the kids some of the books because they would hang around out in the street, and he would just see them from his house, and he decided to catch a group of them, 4 or 5 boys, and talk to them one day and took them around the back of the building where he lived in and showed them a garbage dump. And then he showed them in the book and told them he actually had to eat. He was getting his next meal out of that trash can. And so two of the kids took it to life, and one of them went back home and gave his grandmother the book and said, "Grandmama, I don't want to eat out of no trash can. I need to change my life." And so the young man, he actually stopped talking back to his grandparents because they was about to throw him out in the street. And he actually had met a man, and he told them, they said, "You ain't met nobody in no book." And so he went, he brought them to his house personally, and he apologized to his grandparents, told them they were sorry, and then they got him back on the right track, and he started getting back in the church and went back to school. And now he got him a job at Walmart, and he thanked my brother for getting him that book. He said, "If I hadn't met you, I don't know where I'd be." And so this is having a good impact on kids already.
Wow, that's so inspiring. Now, what do you hope readers take away from A Wasted Life, especially those who might be going through their own struggles with life choices right now?
Yeah, Well, it's always when you got a positive feedback on something, and it's good that you can actually meet somebody that can tell you what's the truth without actually reading the book. Anybody can read a book in the library that talk about drugs and addictions and how they used to do bad, but you don't normally meet somebody on the street there every day that the book is about. And that's what really makes it such an impact on people around. And he actually going and talking to people, and we kind of interact together and being able to share that story with other people, and even some of the churches. And we even been to a couple of prisons and said that with some people that's in prison. And so it's really doing an impact on people.
Exactly. Now, is there a specific lesson that you hope readers learn from the Jimmy's journey?
Yeah, we want them to get the impact, to realize that not everybody will have a chance to come back and tell their story. And that's the whole thing it's all about. Some people, even some of the guys that my brother used to run with, those guys, a lot of them got killed because they didn't change the way they weighed. A lot of them still locked up in prison, and it's such a powerful stuff, because every time even when you meet somebody that's been through something, they can tell you how it really feels, how it really hurt to be locked up and living in the street. And when you finally straighten your life up, you find out you done lost some of your loved ones, your mama and father are gone, lost a sister and a brother, and you were nowhere to be found. And so that's why you feel like your life is wasted.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Now, do you have any plans for future projects or books that build upon the themes explored in A Wasted Life?
Well, I got some more things we're working on. We just got to get, when some of that same information come to me when other people still living in the street. My daughter was married to a young man that was caught up in drugs and stuff, and that's actually how she lost her life about 2 years ago. And he was dealing in drugs, and he just came in one night and killed my daughter and my 8-year-old grandson. And see, this would really tie in with that book. And this is what happens when people are still strung out on drugs. They just get crazy. And so it really has been an impact on our family, because this young man was something. He grew up. Everybody down here knew him, and not even his own mother thought he'd do nothing like that.
Okay.
So now he got that's another wasted life.
Wow. Okay. So, what strategies have you used to market A Wasted Life, and are there any new promotional efforts or events that you're planning for the book's future?
Well, they're putting together right now. They're going to have a big live event in Wisconsin coming up in July, I think. For the summer, they're planning a big rally in one of the prisons up there, and they want to bring some of the homeless kids in, and they're going to actually let us talk. They're going to actually let us talk to them and kind of work with these kids for a week or two, and that'll be in July. So try to show them, try to get them on the right path. We even got a few orphans that they plan on attending the class, so they can have some life experience.
Now, if A Wasted Life were adapted into a film, Dr. James, who would you envision playing the lead role, and why?
Oh, I don't know. And my brother even talked to a guy about that. You asked that, he talked to a guy I think the guy from Warner Brothers that maybe, had asked him about. He took the book back with him. So, and my brother told me, he said, I would love to see Denzel Washington play that part. He's good. And so he said that may be possible.
Yeah.
But I would want somebody that could play it, that actually live it, that could actually relate to that.
Yeah, exactly. Now, would you be open to collaborating with filmmakers or other media professionals to adapt your book into other forms of media?
Oh yeah, we definitely open to that. And
Perfect.
so we love anything that will help. We want to stay positive.
What advice would you give to readers who might be struggling with their own feelings of regret or the notion of a wasted life?
Well, I would personally, because I'm in that area of counseling, I always tell people, like I wish my daughter had a talk to us. We had no idea all this stuff. A lot of times you don't know this stuff is going on in your family, because most times people keep it hidden and they don't want to talk about their problem. But the best way to get help is to talk about it. bring it on out to the open, bring it to the light. Don't hide it till it get too bad. It's just like when you get a sickness in your body. Don't just brush it off and thinking it ain't that bad, and then you start hurting real bad, and then you end up going to the doctor. You go to the doctor a little bit too late, and so we need to get ahead of things early in life.
Yeah, because even you could feel this, that if you're not emotionally stable, and then you're going to work, you're not that physically stable as well. So it would really affect your physical, So at the same time, is there anything else you'd like to share with the readers, especially those who are just discovering a wasted life?
Yeah, a lot of folks read stuff sometimes. They say this can't be real, but see, this is what is so powerful about this message. This is real. And see that we want people to know that this stuff actually happened. And we take everything lightly and don't think it's not a fairy tale. And that's why we're trying to telling people, yeah, this happened and it's gonna happen again. And so that's what we really want people to understand. This stuff happened, and if we don't try to tell other folks about it, it probably happened to somebody. It may happen to somebody in your family.
Yes. No, this book's message is is urgent, because too many people waste their lives before realizing that what truly matters.
Right.
And by sharing this book and its lessons, we can again prevent others from making the same mistake, offer hope to those who feel lost or stuck, remind people that change is always possible, inspire self-reflection, and encourage people to live with purpose, and help young people avoid destructive paths before it's too late. Now, a wasted life, doesn't have to stay wasted. This book can serve as a wake-up call, wake-up call for those on the wrong path, and a beacon of hope for those looking for a second chance. So let's spread the message, and it would be exactly what someone needs to turn their life around. Okay?
Right. Yeah. Let them know there is hope.
Exactly. And you know what? Everyone in this world, we have a purpose, and I do believe that you had found yours. Because it's really a talent given by God that we were able to publish this kind of book. And might as well, it was given as a subject, to stop, and making same mistakes. So
that's the whole concept.
Yes. So with this one, I believe that your book is available. Your readers could purchase copies of your book in Amazon, Barnes and Noble, or any online bookstores, right?
Right. Walmart, they have it everywhere.
Okay.
You can get it just about anywhere. The one I had one lady said she found it in the library of their college, the big college they have, and they had the book in their library. So
wow,
it's available, and they can get it. You can even get it. You can get it in an ebook.
Yes, exactly. So it's really nice talking to you with regards to your book, and I hope that we will be able to spread the word of your book worldwide, physically.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.